All right, my fellow operators, today we are talking about leaks. That's right, we have leaks for the 1.1 banner for Arknights Endfield. And right now you can see on the screen we have a Gilberta, the floaty messenger. And what I want you to do before we even start, let me go ahead and tell you these are leaks, so they're not 100% guaranteed. They could change, they could not be true, but right now the community is looking at it, so it looks like this is what's going to happen when 1.1 drops, guys. So let's go ahead and jump into it. First one we have to bring up is Tong Tong. You may remember Tong Tong from the storyline. She found Ivonne when he was kind of like unconscious, and she kind of knew everyone. She's like the leader of a tribe somewhere out there. But according to info, she's going to be one of the strongest units in 1.1. She's going to be a 6-star with a hand cannon striker, covering physical and nature damage. So she's going to be pretty good. But also she is a top priority. They're saying a top priority if you're missing a hard-hitting DPS. And they think she's going to scale well into the end game as far as when the game progresses. So, but her style, she's kind of silly in the storyline. So I want to really see how strong they make her, because her personality doesn't really fit being strong. Now this one is Rosie. She is Wolfguard's sister, and she's in the Fire Vanguard. Mifu, Arts Caster. They're saying she's a 6-star sword Vanguard. Great synergy with Levitain for fire teams. So she's gonna do a lot of Arts Caster burst damage, raveling Tong Tong. So it kind of pulls depend on which is confirmed. They say Rosie is more likely than Tong Tong, but we think they're both eventually going to get out there. I personally am looking forward to Rosie. I really like her style because I like Wolfguard, and I kind of like the fact that they're I guess what you would call it, like they're kind of like werewolves, not werewolves, but they have like the wolves bloodline in them. So I kind of like that. That's pretty cool. And plus, I did pull a Levitain, so she's gonna hopefully she'll work well with her. And next is Ivonne. Now, if you might remember Ivonne, she is kind of like the tech that's kind of does a lot of tech work for those guys, and she's been in the storyline quite a bit. She's walked around with Ivonne, and she had a lot to do. I think she did some graffiti also in the storyline, but she is going to be a strong single target cryo damage. And they say it might be better to save pools for 1.1 operators unless your team needs her immediately, because basically Last Right is also like a very strong cryo damage, and she does like single target damage also. So I'm really going to look at this to see how much stronger she is than Last Right, because if she's not much stronger than Last Right, then I'm really not going to go for her. However, I don't know, and like I said, these are all leaks, so they are subject to change. But hey, have you heard about this already? And who are you planning to pull? Right now, Tong Tong and Rosie are pretty much guaranteed for me. I'm probably going to skip on Ivonne unless I see something really nice, because I also skipped on Gilberta also. But hey, let me know, guys, what you think, who you're going to pull, or if you're going to pull all of them. All right, hey, thanks for watching, guys. Hey, keep grinding.